Hello and welcome to Learn Redis with Python and Django. I'm Xander and I'll be your guide throughout this course. Now this tutorial is part of a full course playlist available for free on YouTube. For a deeper, more structured learning experience, the complete course is also available on Udemy. You'll find all the links and resources in the video description. Now don't forget to subscribe to the channel for weekly promotions, exclusive discounts and Udemy course giveaways. Right, so in this tutorial, we'll move into extracting or returning data from the Redis database after we have stored it. So we'll become familiar with the simple get command and also see how MGET helps us when we need more than one value at once. So we'll keep things practical and focused, making sure you're comfortable fetching what you need, checking for missing keys, and using patterns effectively. Let's begin by focusing on one of the most fundamental operations in Redis, retrieving a single value with the get command. So let's go ahead and create some values. So Alice, we create our new key and value. So we can then use get, specify the key, and then that should return the value, in this case, Alice. So it's a simple, direct lookup. No need for extra logic. If the key exists and the value is a string, you'll get back exactly what's stored. If, for example, we try to use get on a key that doesn't exist, we will return nil. Right, so this means the key wasn't found in the database, but importantly, Redis doesn't throw an error. It just tells you clearly nothing here. And that's an important part of working with Redis. You always get clear feedback. If the key exists, you get a value. If it doesn't, you get nil. And your code can easily handle that case without breaking. So now let's move beyond a single key retrieval and look at how to fetch multiple values at once using MGET command. So this is useful when you need several values in one go without sending multiple commands. So let's go ahead and create some new data. So let's set 2 to Bob and 3 to Charlie. We should have, I think, 3 records now, 3 strings. So we can use the MGET command, so MGET, and then define the keys to return multiple values. So this should return Alice, Bob, and Charlie. Again, importantly here, each result corresponds to the key in the same order it was requested. If the key exists, the value is returned. If it doesn't, Redis fills that spot with nil. So if we perform a command such as this, where the user does not exist here in the middle, we run that, you can see that we then return Alice, Noel, and Bob. Now in your application workflow, you might first want to determine whether the value exists or not. And for that, we can use exists and then the key, and that should return an integer 1 to indicate the fact that the key value exists. Should the key value not exist, we simply return a 0. So an important summary for exists: if the key does exist, a 1. If the key doesn't exist, a 0 is returned. Right, so that wraps up this section on retrieving strings from Redis. We've covered how to use get for single values, MGET for multiple, and how to check for key existence using exists. Now, along the way, we looked at what happens when keys are missing, and then that can then be used to handle them cleanly in your application. Now, although these are the basics, they will form the foundation of almost everything you do building on top of Redis. Simple, predictable, and efficient. That's the goal.